Superman vs. Metro Man. Superman has inspired countless superhero knockoffs across comics, cartoons, and movies. But one of the most underrated copycats comes from DreamWorks Megamind's Metro Man. At first glance, Metro Man might look like just another Superman parody, but when you actually break down his powers on screen, the guy is way scarier than most people realize. So today we're asking, if Superman from the DCEU went head to head with Metro Man, who's walking away the winner? And is this fight even close? Let's break it down. Starting with Superman, specifically his DCEU version. This Clark Kent has some of the most absurd raw strength feats we've ever seen in a superhero movie. We're talking effortlessly lifting and carrying massive ships, stopping a collapsing oil rig with pure brute force, holding up an entire apartment building while in flight, dragging massive icebergs and pulling spacecrafts like they're toys. And that strength always translates into combat. In Man of Steel, he fought multiple Kryptonians at once, including trained warriors like Faora and Namek, and held his own in a 2-on-1. Later, he went toe-to-toe with General Zod and literally ended the fight by snapping Zod's neck, leveling most of Metropolis in the process. In the Justice League, he casually overpowered Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Cyborg at the same time after being resurrected. And then he basically embarrassed Steppenwolf, someone powerful enough to battle Amazons, Atlanteans, and even hold his own against Wonder Woman. And don't forget Doomsday. Despite being weakened by kryptonite beforehand, Superman still fought and eventually defeated Doomsday, a monster capable of tanking nukes and tearing through the Justice League. Bottom line, Superman's strength is beyond question, but what really sets him apart is how insanely durable he is. Superman tanked a full-on nuclear blast in orbit. Not only did he survive, but he eventually regenerated from it. That alone is one of the most impressive durability feats in comic book movies. He's walked off hits from Wonder Woman's sword and Aquaman's trident, shrugged off Cyborg's cannons, and completely no-sold Steppenwolf's axe, a weapon that was slicing through Atlantean steel like butter. In his fight with Doomsday, Superman endured shockwaves that leveled entire city blocks and massive energy blasts capable of annihilating everything in their path. And in Man of Steel, he survived being slammed through multiple skyscrapers during his fight with Zod. So yeah, Superman is ridiculously tough. Few characters in fiction can hit harder than him, and even fewer can hurt him. Now let's talk Metro Man. He might come from a comedy movie, but don't underestimate him. In Megamind, he's portrayed as the world's ultimate superhero, a being who's essentially unstoppable. For starters, even a knockoff of his powers was enough to create Titan, who nearly destroyed the entire city. Titan casually lifted and hurled skyscraper sections across town, tanked explosions without slowing down, and displayed insane strength, and Metro Man himself is vastly above Titan. When Metro Man finally revealed he'd faked his own death, Titan wanted no part of him. He ran in sheer terror, not knowing that it was Megamind in disguise. That alone shows us that Metro Man is supposed to be in another league entirely. Strength-wise, Metro Man clearly rivals Superman, but where he gets really crazy is his speed. Metro Man is one of the fastest characters we've ever seen in animation. In one scene, time essentially freezes while he's moving. During what was just a blink for everyone else, Metro Man had an entire day to think about his life, run around the world, play guitar, and basically live out a midlife crisis. This isn't just fast, this is Flash level, borderline time-stop speed. Superman has impressive speed feats too. He's clashed with Kryptonians moving at super speed, and he's even somewhat kept up with the Flash. but nothing Superman has done in the DCEU compares to Metro Man casually living hours inside of a single instant. That level of speed means Metro Man can completely statue Superman, and statues can't fight back. So the big question is, even if Metro Man is faster, can he actually hurt Superman? Superman has tanked world-ending attacks before. Nuclear blast, god-tier weapons, Doomsday's strongest blows. He's endured it all. By comparison, Metro Man hasn't shown as many durability or raw strength feats. But here's the difference. Superman can't react if he's frozen in time. Even if Superman could survive the first few hits, Metro Man could just keep piling them on over and over until Clark eventually goes down. And remember, the rules of super speed in the DCEU show that characters like Flash can literally turn fights against Kryptonians into one-sided beatdowns. Metro Man moves at that same level of speed, but unlike Flash, he's also got insane power behind his hits. That's a terrifying combo. At the end of the day, Superman is the ultimate powerhouse of the DCEU, but Metro Man's speed gives him an unfair advantage. Clark may be stronger and tougher overall, but none of that matters if he can't land a single punch. Metro Man can statue Superman, blitz him endlessly, and eventually wear him down, and that means the winner here is Metro Man. But what do you guys think? Does Metro Man really have what it takes to beat Superman, or are we overrating his speed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm sure this one's going to spark some debates. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more superhero matchups. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.